Hey guys, it's me, Melanie Hinds, your wealth transfer advisor. How are you? My good friend Barbara just left, so this is a little later than I wanted, but at 4:11 I started this. So the biggest thing that came out of this morning, out of my live stream with Secret Agent Man, and I did put timestamps today if you want to go back and see details, the biggest thing that came out at the last minute, like towards the end, he kept calling, there was more and more news. The Parliamentary Security and Defense Committee confirms the existence of a political consensus on the approval of the amnesty law and the retirement of the popular mobilization. Guys, that is huge. They have a consensus. Nothing's been finalized yet, but it's good that they have a consensus. For those of you who think basket number 2, one is you think the CBI is holding this up or has control of when it's released. I think it could already have been released in country. That's just what we talked about this morning. You can go there if you want to see that. I think it's probably already been released. It's just taken a while to filter down to us. The second platform is you need political things like that to happen. 3 is the USA is holding it up. The other thing that came out of today was that Iraq is in Washington right now. I don't know if this is the article because, like I said, nope, that's not the article. Oh, no. Well, anyways, Iraq is in Washington right now talking about a lot of things. They're being hush-hush about what they're actually talking about. So we don't really know, but we'll have to wait and see. But guys, I think what we talked about was that, here we go, to discuss the implementation of Baghdad, Washington, discuss implementation of the Development Goals Grant. Guys, they're getting grants from the USA. They were talking about the technical specifics of the executive agreement for the Development Goals Grant. According to a statement from the ministry received by the news agency, a joint meeting was held between the Ministry of Planning and U.S. Aid to address the technical aspects of the signed executive agreement related to development goals. The initiative aims to bolster development efforts across all of Iraq provinces. The meeting was attended by the financial officer for U.S. Aid in Iraq and in the Middle East, U.S. Aid's Director of Development Affairs, John Eisel, along with representatives from the Advisory Board and the Ministry of Finance. It focused on discussing the technical details of several ongoing core programs in Iraq. It also addressed the organization and coordination of efforts between both parties, clarified the support provided by the U.S. Aid, which stands for the United States Agency for International Development, and aligned procedures with governmental frameworks. The executive agreement emphasizes 3 primary areas of cooperation: accelerating economic growth. You think a new rate we might do that? Enhancing citizens' trust in government and governance. That's going to happen through getting a new rate too. Of course, everybody's starting to trust the government and the banks. That's why they're putting money out of their mattresses and into the banks. They've had a record run on people going into the banks. And meeting the needs of vulnerable groups. Well, I just talked about they've come to a consensus around those laws. So guys, I think we're in the best shape of our lives. Let's go over and now see the U.S. affiliates summary. All the U.S. Intel people, I love to look at their summaries because they're all working hard just like we are here. I hope you will subscribe and tap the bell because I give you the quickest summary on the net. At least I try to. And I do this daily. So I hope you will subscribe and tap the bell. Here is Walking Stick. There's absolutely nothing getting in the way of this monetary reform announcement to the Iraqi citizens as promised by Sudania and Alak. Mark Z, there was a PDQ question, should be on standby for notification today. It's absolutely possible. I would not rule it out. That's why I waited a little longer. Plus, I was having a great time talking to my friend Barbara. She's also in this. She is only in the Dong. No, she's in Dinar and Dong and Zen. So we talked about all of it. It was a fun time talking about all this positive news. Claire, let's see. They're talking about the ascension to the WTO. I don't think it matters because again, I think it's in the hands of the central bank. What do you think? Do you think it's number 1 in the hands of central bank? Number 2, Iraq and the politics associated with this, which is a lot. Or 3, the U.S. Or a combination of all 3. Please comment down below. I want to hear what the community thinks. Militiaman, I think Iraq's pretty hot right now. Sudani is kicking butt and taking names. Everybody's got an interest because the Development Road Project is going to provide a lot of opportunities for a lot of different people in the region. That's China's influence there. They got a lot of money they're putting into Iraq. The world has realized how far along he is. Sudani is knocking it out of the park. He's setting the stage for the Development Road Project to begin. It's starting up on fire. It's going to be great. I am so excited because it is going to be great. Frank 26, the direction that the monetary reform is going is in the direction to add value and introduce new lower denoms and to change the exchange rate and then to float. That's the step we're in. We're not in a step where we need to pass laws. We're not in a step where we need permission from anybody over there, over here, over there. No United Nations Security Council, the U.S. Treasury, nobody. We're at the point where Neil Armstrong is just about to put his right foot on the moon. Guys, if you're not excited, I hope this changes your mind. You should be excited. Mountain Goat. He said, oh, did I mention de-dollarization and all the banking and anti-corrupt measures already put in place? I believe this is an all-or-nothing attitude that is holding back Iraq as it needs its currency back online now. It's especially true for attracting foreign investors. His CBI contact told him why the project to delete the zeros is stalled. I will not get into details for these reasons, as I feel we must buckle down and wait for this administration to end at least the part that is controlling the U.S. Treasury and pretending to work with Iraq. The RV happening while they are in power is slim to none. That's Mountain Goat's opinion. What do you think? I have strong knowledge from a CBI contact that is what's been holding up the RV. The U.S. Treasury will not release it. That is according to Mountain Goat. Isn't that nice to float that idea? And like they floated all sorts of lies about Kuwait before it revalued. So I'm not holding up hope that this is done. Again, prayer, God's in control. The U.S. government isn't. It's clear they're not, in my opinion. What do you think? And Mark Z stated again, I very much think they have done everything they need to do. I'm still hearing July is very much still in play. So guys, a lot of us think it's July. If you think it's later on, like next year, what do you think? Comment down below. I'd love to hear you. I made this a little shorter. I'm going to directly upload this. I am going to put it into a thing that increases the volume because a lot of people have problems hearing. So I've heard you, and thank you for watching. Please hit the like. Please subscribe. Please tap the bell because you'll be notified when I go live tonight, hopefully around 5. Bye. I love you all with the love of Christ. Let's pray this thing in. I will talk about manifestation tonight. I will also bring you any updates that I get via my handy dandy secret agent man device. Talk to you later. Bye.